and welcome to Tech Tuesday at the Allen Park Public Library. I'm Mad Dan. This week we're going to end our science experiments with a lesson in potion making. This year's summer reading program has been Imagine Your Stories, and we've been looking at fairy tales. A lot of fairy tales have witches who are constantly making potions in their cauldrons. We don't have a cauldron or magic, but using chemistry and basic science, we can do the same thing here. Witches don't just throw random things into their cauldrons, they put specific ingredients for specific effects. We're going to be looking at some different things you can do around the house to make your own potions. In chemistry, there are two primary reactions: physical reactions and chemical reactions. We're going to start off looking at chemical reactions. The biggest difference between the two is a chemical reaction is unable to get back to what you started with at the beginning. So we're starting off with baking soda and vinegar. We're going to mix them together, and what it's going to make is a little bit of water, a type of salt, and a lot of carbon dioxide. We're going to observe the carbon dioxide by inflating a glove. So now we are going to combine the vinegar and the baking soda. Vinegar is a mild acid, so if your hands are sensitive or just for general safety, wear gloves. So we're going to take pour some vinegar in there, put that cap back on, move it over there, and now we're going to take one of my gloves loudly. Scoop some baking soda into the glove. Put the glove on the jar. Put the rubber band just in case. So, what's happening now is the vinegar and the baking soda are combining. The carbon dioxide and the combination popped the glove off because there was way too much pressure in there, and as it settles down, that will be turning into a water, and once the fizzing stops, there's going to be a little bit of a solid substance on there, and that is a salt known as bicarbonate, which is the fallout of the baking soda and the vinegar. So here is the salt forming underneath the vinegar. You can still see some of the bubbles from the carbon dioxide, and the reaction has slowed down considerably. So now that we've seen what happens when you mix baking soda and vinegar together, we're going to use that chemical reaction and the water and oil from the density experiment last week in order to see what happens when we mix that chemical reaction in a different medium. It should be pretty cool, so let's see what happens. We've created a vegetable oil and vinegar mixture over here. You can see that the oil is less dense than the vinegar, so the two of them are very easily separated. Over here, we've got water with food coloring in it, and we've mixed in a little bit of baking soda to get the baking soda to react with the vinegar. So we're going to stir this up and add it in and see what happens. So as the baking soda clumps up to the oil, the baking soda will grab the oil and bring it down. Then it will evaporate and, not evaporate, it will dissolve. And then once it dissolves, the oil goes back up into the mixture. And as long as the chemical reaction is going on, these particles will keep going down and up and make a little lava lamp effect. We used blue food coloring so that you could see the water more clearly. You can use any color that you want. Just remember the oil will not absorb the food coloring, it'll only be the water. And this will go on until there's no more chemical left to react, either vinegar or baking soda, whichever runs out first. In order to get more reaction, you just pour a little bit more of one in until something happens. Thank you for joining us here at the Allen Park Public Library for Tech Tuesday. I've been Mad Dan. I hope that you had a good time with this. I know that I did. See you next time.